go. We were standing in the parking lot.
We were closer to the McDonald's. We were close.
We were standing on the porch.
I didn't know you was broke. I didn't know you was broke. You understand?
Now, they started bitching and complaining, whining, because they wanted thick burgers.
I did want a thick burger.
Now, this is the second time I've been teased. Now I'm getting upset.
So you say you got teased?
So then we start to walk. I'm like, all right, fine, let's go.
Can you two dicks talk without the wiffle ball bats? You carry these wiffle ball bats everywhere.
It's the case when you bitches step out of line. No. Then we start walking across the street to Hardee's. And I say, well, Hardee's says, I like McDonald's fries better than I like Hardee's. Mike agrees. Me too. Then we walk back to McDonald's.
I only said this, but I said if they call, we're gonna be screwed no matter what. So
then we walk back to McDonald's.
I really wanted a thick burger.
Walked inside.
We let you have your way. You won.
No.
You didn't have the right.
Decided to go to Hardee's. Turned out, walked outside the door. Did this not happen?
This was like a 20-minute process.
It was a really, really late. It was like 20 minutes to decide.
Because they were whining.
You were bitching so much about wanting to eat McDonald's, and we let you have McDonald's.
The worst part about it is too, man, dude was like a champ.
I know.
I was farting like a son of a bitch in that. My seats are brown now in the car from that McDonald's.
Was that not the best fries I've ever had at McDonald's?
The fries were really good yesterday.
They came out piping hot.
I will. It was piping
hot. We got lucky.
We did. We lucked out.
But you not having money cannot have that much input on a food situation.
622-9696. And this happens a lot because we got a lot of friends with no money when it comes to food situations. And for some reason, I ain't pointing any fingers at anybody because I'm practicing for tomorrow. But when this situation comes up,
I don't. No. Don't sit there and say I ain't pointing fingers because you're already implying me. I am the most broke MFer here. No doubt about it. And when we go out eating,
if you have no money, you can't. You have no input.
You get one input. Hey, I would like, and that's it.
You're right. I do got
third input.
I got two inputs.
No, what I'm saying is the people with the money ultimately decide.
Yes, that's right. The people with the money decide.
But I mean, like, I can sit there and say, hey, we're going out. I'd like McDonald's.
Let's go to calls.
That's all I said.
622-9696.
You teased me two different
you
places.
You were emphatic. Man, they ain't got good chicken. They ain't got good chicken over at Mustache. They got chicken nuggets. They ain't got good chicken. I don't want to go there. Well, you're not saying they ain't got good chicken. I don't want to go there.
Chicken's awesome.
It's like that big.
Nope.
You're on the air, Mike and Bob Show.
It's like that big.
Dude, if you ain't got the money, you ain't got the choice.
Wow. See what I'm saying? And we're good friends. We gave him the choice. Only because we wanted to talk about it today.
Yeah, but still, no money, you don't get to pick. You're not driving. You don't have the money.
Wow. Not even driving.
He wanted to drive, but I took the option of driving.
The liberties.
And here's the other thing, too.
While you don't drive around in a stolen car.
You don't have too much input. You still have the ability to persuade. And if you can make a good case.
You did. I'll give you that. You did make a good case.
I know.
No,
you made a good case.
You fought for your rights yesterday, but I think you fought a little too hard,
because you did make a good case with the fry thing, because McDonald's does have great fries, but I said, why don't we just get fries here? We'll get thick burgers there. It'll be fine.
And then Mike said, I don't feel like walking across the street anyway.
No, I didn't say that. I thought there was a rule against bringing other fast food into another fast food place.
But I'll give you that, Mustache. You did make.
It's an unspoken rule. Just like the unspoken rule, you got no money, you can't have no choice.
But you can still manipulate the system.
Hello?
Yo,
you're on the air. What do you got?
You got no dough, you got no say.
Got no dough, got no say.
That's it.
Rhyme that, VDGs.
Mustache, bad news, man.
Yo, you got no dough, you got no say.
But you
can't
have
to take it just like you were gay. Take it, bitch.
But it is true, though. You can't have influence.
You're on the air, Mike and Bob Show.
Yeah, dude. I understand Mustache's conviction with the McDonald's fries, but at the same time, when he's got no money, he's got no say. You should have just been, manned up and just gone to Hardee's and got this big burger.
Let me tell you something. I gotta say, he was like a lawyer yesterday. He was like one of them lawyers that you got to pay $1 million
What's up, Johnny Cochran?
Yeah, he was in fact, he put up an excellent case.
Concept, but
he almost tricked, he essentially tricked Bobby I into eating at McDonald's yesterday. And he did. At McDonald's 2 out of 3 days.
If he's allowed, he's allowed to proceed.
Then I looked down, Mustache had big-ass red shoes on. I said, what? I ripped his shirt off. It was Ronald right in front of us. I tricked you, bitch. I tricked you.
You're on the air.
Hey, Mustache is a victim.
Yes, I'm the victim here.
He's a victim. Glad you agree. You're a victim of corporate commercialism. You're sucked into the McDonald's, and I did my own personal private taste test. McDonald's blows, man.
All right. Please, sir.
Let's kill that.
McDonald's is delicious.
McDonald's is delicious.
You're on the air.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Sounds to me like you needed to take it to the local delicatessen and get some cheese for that wine.
Wow.
Hey, they were 1 and 2.
We were bitching.
No, I was bitching a little bit.
I was steady
but
bitching.
You know what? I got the right to bitch because I had money in
I was
my
steady
pocket.
bitching.
If you don't have no money, you ain't got no choice, Bo. You got to go.
Yes, you
Bo,
got to
you
go.
got to go.
I like them. I like you trying to join the VDGs.
All right.
Bo, you got to go.
Trying to run. I can see
I'm waiting
it.
for Tori. I'm waiting for Tori to
Right,
say
he
it.
said it like this.
I saw the wheels turning. I saw the wheels turning.
The sparks were flying out of his ears.
Gonna have to take it just like you were moist.
I like how you turned into a jet, like some kind of weird.
Well, I had to give it the
Lounge
Everlast. I
thing.
had to give it the Everlast kind of.
You're on the air.
Well, for one, Mustache ain't really that thug. I've known him for a long time.
You saying Mustache is fake
He's
thugging?
kind of like a paper gangster.
He's a wank. Mustache is a wankster, dude.
He's a paper gangster.
Wow.
If he is that thug, he should have his money in his shoes.
My friend, I'm going to cut you off right there. That was a beautiful call.
Who was that?
I don't
I'd like
know,
to
but
know
it was
who that
funny.
was.
It was funny.
Have your money in your shoes.
How come you have no money in your shoes? Mustache. You can keep no money?
Because you can't keep a knot that big in your shoe.
What?
Start walking around with a limp.
Say
Hey, you've
word.
been robbed many times with me. You don't carry money on you.
That's it.
You on the air.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Justin?
Check this out. All right. There's a couple points on this. For one, Mustache doesn't have any money. That's obvious, right?
Right.
Okay. McDonald's, yeah, the food's all right, but the service is horrible every time you go there.
Not in Phoebus. Not in Phoebus.
They good small town people.
Yeah, and I don't want to listen. I don't want to talk about any of the sponsors.
We're not
or
comparing
anything.
food
I'm
here
not
at
gonna be-
all.
I'm not comparing food. I'm just talking about a situation, my friend.
If you have no money, you have no say.
You don't. There's no
That's
say.
the universal rule.
right.
It is the rule.
Like
And-
you really cannot put up. You know what it is? I was embarrassed for Mustache yesterday. That's why I ate at McDonald's.
What do you mean you were embarrassed
Because
me?
you were embarrassing yourself in front of us. You know. Hey, listen, I'm the pickiest eater on the planet, but if I don't have any money and my friends are going to a certain place, I got to keep my
gotta go.
mouth shut because,
But
hey, if you guys are paying for me, God bless.
no, this was.
And Hardee's is more expensive than McDonald's. Why wouldn't you take it?
And they got
I
a big.
don't care about.
You don't care.
You
about
know?
that.
He
You
ain't
don't
got,
care.
he ain't got no money. What does he care?
Exactly.
All I'm saying is this: you can't tease me twice.
I don't see how we were teasing you. I mean, again,
look,
you
Mustache,
did.
there's your chicken sandwich.
but that was funny. But I
pointed
but,
out the
When I was tickling your
billboard.
balls in line, that's
Yeah.
teasing.
but there was no Wendy's around, and we were
the
hungry.
billboard said exit something something, which was coming up. We just didn't take it.
I didn't want to sit in all that
I
traffic.
don't know where. No. I'm trying to think of. Is there a Wendy's?
Yes, there
Yeah,
is.
there is a
Where?
Wendy's over there.
It says right on the
It's
billboard.
actually if you drive a little further down.
You didn't see that giant chicken sandwich?
I saw the giant chicken
On your
sandwich.
way to Butt Row Beach.
There's no Wendy's there.
Yeah, I think that I'm almost positive.
There's Wendy's everywhere.
There's no
but,
Wendy's on Mallory.
But where we were
getting off
hey,
at.
for the situation where we were, what we were going to do is go through the tunnel and then go somewhere that was familiar to us.
We were just gonna go
We
because I
didn't
wanted to
have
go to
that.
Racist World
So you
and get
were-
some
right.
stuff.
So you
Right.
were over on. So you were over on the Suffolk side then,
No, we were on the Hampton side.
because you doubled back, didn't you? You didn't.
Well, but
you
that
didn't
was
go to-
after we went to McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? We were right there, right before. We were at the last exit before you
Buck
get
Row
onto
Beach,
the tunnel,
Buck Row Beach,
which is
Fort Monroe.
Mallory.
You know what
Yes,
I'm
right
thinking?
there.
Why do I have to sacrifice twice?
Because you have no money.
No. If you're throwing it in my face,
Throw it in my face.
you should have to sacrifice too.
You had no money. I did sacrifice,
Kyle, you're on the air.
No, you enjoyed that big and tasty.
and I didn't have a big. I had a Big Mac.
Kyle, you're on the air.
Yeah, man. First off, I just drove past the billboard. Just went through the tunnel.
Isn't it funny? The billboard.
Yeah, the billboard is with damn raccoons on it and everything.
Right.
It doesn't say there's a Wendy's coming up. There ain't no Wendy's there.
Right, it's just a giant
There's
chicken
a damn
sandwich.
Wendy's
Chicken
there.
sandwich and the raccoon.
Kyle, it's just a giant chicken sandwich.
Exactly. Second, he should be lucky to get anything.
Yes.
He wasn't driving, wasn't using his gas, ain't got no money.
No.
He's lucky to get anything.
I don't know.
If you know, here's
That's
where
a good point, dude.
Here's where I'm going to disagree.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kyle.
If he's ready to drive himself, and you offer to drive him, now you're sitting there and saying, hey, listen, we're going to take away some of the responsibility. That means we're going to pick up some of the responsibility. So at that point, you can't sit there and say, hey, you're lucky to get anything because you said, hey, we'll drive.
Because the plan was this. We were going to go to the Wendy's near Mike's house, then go to Racist World. And everybody was going to be happy.
Just call it Race World, man.
Everybody was going to be happy. All right? That's what everybody was.
That beautiful jersey.
Everybody was going to be happy that way.
Right. We were going to buy our sports apparel. We were going to buy our sports apparel, and then we were going to eat our Wendy's.
We got into the tunnel traffic. We had to make do.
Hey, listen. We made best of a situation.
Right.
He wasn't willing to make the best of the situation.
I did.
Crying.
Crying ass bitching.
I did.
I did.
I did. You crying. I don't want Hardee's. They got no good chicken.
And now nothing came out of my mouth like
They
that.
be gotten no good chicken. That's what you said.
So there you go. No money, no input. It's like,
And you know what it is? I was fine paying for your meal too, because you did a good job yesterday at Saturday at paintball. You did good with the listeners, cursing at them the whole time, shooting them in the head.
That
It was
was Torres,
fantastic.
not me.
You were good. You was good. No, you did a good job, and I was happy. I'm
was
happy
fun.
when you guys
What a
come out
time.
and do fun stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy him a $5 lunch. Big
I
deal.
didn't shoot anybody in the head.
Big deal. Shot me right in the head.
And actually, I shot you in the head. And then
It
I
hurt
went
like
up on that guy who's on your team. He's just laying there.
And he
Shot
came,
him- I shot him
came
right
over and started painting my face.
I
What
shot
are you
him right in
doing,
the
Torres?
back.
This is weird.
Shot it all over.
but
just
it's
saying,
like if
listen.
you don't have a car and your friends are going out, you are forced to go where they're going.
Right. You're in this situation. You got to deal with it.
You in this situation.
You got to deal with it, mustache. You have not a leg to stand
But
on.
you did make a good point, and you ended up winning the argument.
You won.
Still
I'm
made
good at that
it
stuff,
good.
man.
You should have been a lawyer.
I got TCC.
You got one.
Like your boy Donnie.
Yeah.
I'm a lawyer.
Where do you go?
Tidewater Country Club. What?
He's in double pre-law.
Yo, don't make fun of his school. You can make fun of him about a lot of stuff, but not his school.
I didn't make fun of his school.
He said that to me one day. Scared
Serious
me.
about his school.
Yeah, serious. All right, so what we're going to do is let's go to commercials. Universal rule, no money, no complaining.
Right.
Ain't no money. Lost the right to complain.
I'm going for a damn thick burger later.
A thick burger.
Delicious. McDonald's was delicious, though.
It was good. It was pretty good, man. The fries were piping hot. Baby!
25-pound piping hot fries.
Chicken nuggets were tip-top.
Yes.
They were crispy.
All white meat.
delicious.
But I do have to give you credit. You did persuade Mike into McDonald's.
You did. Both of us. Both of us. We both gave in to you, mustache, just like we do every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, harder,
Oh, no.
deeper.
Oh,
Say that you love me.
I love you.
I love you, mustache.
Get a little gay.
A little?
All right, we'll be right back, all.
Keep it on the X. More Mike and Bob on the way.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Mike and Bob Show. November the 11th, Twilight Singers live at the Norva. Mike and Bob Show present Greg Dooley, Mark Lanigan, Twilight Singers. It's going to be a great show.
Tickets are on sale now, or you can win.
It's actually selling well.
City?
I'm amped. It's awesome.
Tickets are on sale now, or you can win them on the Mike and Bob Show MySpace page. That's right. If you are friends of the Mike and Bob Show and you leave a nice, funny comment or something interesting that we like, we may give you Twilight Singer tickets, which would be like a gift from God, if you will.
I'm telling you, and even if you don't listen,
Okay.
what did Rick want? Rick, do you want us to call him back?
Not now. He's coming here.
Okay, very good. All right, everyone. Well, last night, Mustache and I were playing the poker game there.
Mm-hmm.
And,
It's the usual Sunday thing.
Yeah, it's the usual Sunday thing. And No Game Haven't Asked Donnie also plays in this game from time to time.
Haven't asked Donnie.
Well, No Game Haven't Asked Donnie. He is
having no game.
one of the newest members of this show.
No, don't say it. I don't want to be
Don't
associated
members.
with
Don't
him.
members. Don't
Yeah,
members.
not a member. He's just the person we talk about.
Right.
Not a
He's
member.
one of Mustache's best friends. Is that fair to say, Mustache?
Keep Mustache his crew of strange.
Got a virgin and a creep. It's awesome.
Real strange.
So, yeah, he's part of Mustache's
He's like
strange
the Oddities,
posse.
dude. Remember the wrestling group, the Oddities? So it's Mustache, No Game Haven't Asked Donnie, and Shakes.
Wow, what a crew.
Yeah,
that's why Mustache looks so cool.
Hangs out with a bunch of losers.
And that's how hot chicks do it.
Right. So here's the deal. We're playing last night, and we're telling the story about what's going on with No Game Haven't Asked Donnie. A lot of the guys we play with, they listened. They were curious to hear what we were doing. I was explaining it to him. He goes, "Man, did I ever tell you the story about when Donnie got his shoes stolen?" I said, "No, Charlie. You never told me that story." So Charlie's dealing, and he's telling this story. It was very, very interesting because I like to know things about No Game Haven't Asked Donnie.
A little bit I know about him scares me.
Well, I realize that. You got to understand. A little side note on No Game. I used to coach him when he was like 15 years old in hockey. I was like, I guess,
So
22 years
you saw
old.
the warning signs
Right,
of him being a
I
creep.
saw him when he was a young kid. He jumped red occasionally on some other kids, beat him up, touch him in the locker room. Weird stuff. Weird stuff. But, I got to see him now grown up here 10 years later or whatever, maybe even more than that, 15 years later. And he's gotten to be a little strange. So every story I hear, it's enjoyable.